See what we're looking like. Okay, we're running. See if we have sound. We can double check the audio. Probably. Don't mind her. There's my hand. Doesn't Alex look like she's riding in the back seat today? I feel like an Uber driver.
I'm exhausted.
Why are you so exhausted?
I don't know.
I know why you're so exhausted, because we worked so hard and partied so hard this week. Okay, so let me see, chat. Do we have viewers? We're at an odd time today, so people are probably not tuning in. Or different people are tuning in. All right, so let's get forward, get going. Yep, welcome back to reality. That is right, Susan. So, let's start with our joke of the week before we get into it. Say it, Alex.
How do you pronounce Schuylkill County?
For anybody who watched the live feed of Gene Melichek's win, you'll understand where that's coming from. And because the commentators were talking about it, and Gene was so excited that he couldn't even pronounce it at the end.
It's funny.
All right, so our shout out is to all the people who supported our players at the singles championships. I'm not talking about our players who just made us so proud. I'm talking about the people that went and supported them. I really don't want to mention names because I don't know everyone's name. I never will. But I just want to say thank you so much. And a certain couple that went to almost every single match. I cannot thank you enough. But we won't mention Mike and Suday's name.
Don't forget about the Wanamaker's.
The Wanamaker's, too. See what I mean? That's why I told you I forget names. Yep, Brad and Rachel, and they made a whole vacation out of it, and they went to 1 million matches. And furthermore, a lot of this is made possible by people like Rachel and Kathy and stuff, Kathy Trape, who run so many single boards.
People at Perry.
And all the people at Perry. That's why I shouldn't have mentioned any names, because I can't remember everyone's name.
You'd never be good at getting an Academy Award. Yeah, they don't. I don't know that.
Well, they don't have one
I
for
don't
pornography.
know if you realize how much help that is to me when there's extra people like running around. Like I run around like a knucklehead as it is, and it's nice to know that other people are keeping tabs as well. I'm done.
No, that's good. And we can't thank them enough. It's just amazing to have all the help, because we work so hard on making sure that people are at every match as much as possible. And as many of you know, I'm an observer out there, and I was particularly busy this week because I got the honor of doing most of the championship matches. And I didn't get to see a lot of people, but I tend to made up for it by partying with them until the wee hours of the morning as best as I could.
Like you could get an Academy Award for that.
The day we left, I was with Lewis and Oliver till the sun came up. I went to bed when it was light out. Yeah, that for an old person, that's a lot.
Hi, Steph.
Stephanie was there. She made us proud. All right, so the upcoming events for this weekend is nothing. Should we tell them where we're going? You guys will figure out where we're going soon enough, but we are going away for the weekend because we are exhausted from it. I woke up at 12 o'clock today.
I know you did. I only had a couple hours of sleep. That's why I look the way I do.
Well, we just work so hard.
Right. They don't care.
Yes, they do.
Go ahead with the general news.
Okay, so what a pool player championship we had this year. We sent 29 players to the Westgate Hotel.
We had 30.
We had 29 players according to CompuSport.
CompuSport said 30. My CompuSport said 30.
All right, so we'll say 30. Can you name them all?
No.
Me either.
I mean, probably could if I sat here for a minute.
Hi, Melvin. Melvin was out there. Melvin did good.
Go ahead and read.
Okay. So it all started with anyone who ran singles boards. And this was our best year ever, including 2 finishes, including a first place finish. We have a national champion, folks. I never thought for the life of me I never ever thought that day would come. Not that that's like the most important thing to me, but that is quite a nice bonus.
We're on the map now.
Yep.
Everyone's watching us.
Well, we've been on the map with just by our Blue Mountain APA, but now this year we were like way in force.
I kept hearing, yeah, I got beat by Blue Mountain APA. What, like, hee hee hee.
Yeah, we were everywhere. People were telling us. As you've seen on the picture on the Facebook page, there was almost 30 people to watch Ben's one match, and it wasn't even a final match.
That was crazy.
There was so many people at so many matches. There was like 10 to 20 people. 10 to 20 people at each match. John, we know that you guys were cheering from home, and we really, really appreciate that. There were so many positive comments that sent out to the players. So when Gene won, that was just crazy. We have like the video from the other side, and you could just see half the bleachers go crazy because we had half the bleachers taken up.
It's very overwhelming to walk in that championship tournament room and see everybody. Like I could cry now. You know what I mean? I was just so happy and so proud and so thankful.
Did you see Kenny says next? That's the next shirt. I got beat by Moon Mountain APA. You should get patches and hand them out.
That's funny.
I wonder how much that would cost. Give everybody 2 patches. Melvin and I decided it was because our first time there, we brought luck, so now we have to be there every year.
That's right.
We agree. Stephanie, you bring luck everywhere you go, and Melvin is just amazing. He's a cool dude. We also had 2 third-place finishes with Ben Gallagher and Justin Whitman. Ben's came down to 1 or 2 shots, and that was a heck of a defensive battle, and Ben unfortunately didn't wind up on the winning side of that one, but he still shot fantastic, and we're quite proud of him. And Justin shot very well too, and unfortunately for Justin, his opponent, it was his day.
Yeah.
That guy, Justin, didn't even get to the table for a couple racks.
I think Kenny got 5th.
Yeah, I believe Kenny got 5th.
There'll be a list that'll come
Grant
out.
Mull got 9th. And then there was a handful of 17ths.
Where did the doubles come in with the Spitlers? Do you know?
They must have, I think they finished 33rd.
Okay.
Which is our highest doubles finish to the best of my knowledge.
Yeah.
Usually our doubles shit the bed.
2 and out.
2 and out. Like we are the 2 and out kings in doubles.
Yeah.
I mean, occasionally people win matches, but like our doubles they improved greatly this year. The best part of the trip was honestly all the camaraderie, which we've been talking about. I mean, we were so
freaking
proud.
unbelievable. We how do you say it? We're like a pack in there the way we move. It's like
it is like a pack. They know we're in there.
They know we're in there for sure.
When John was out there 4 years ago, he saw, well, Blue Mountain is like a family. Now this just shows the badass league with even more badass operators. Well, thank you for that.
Thanks.
We clearly had the best league. Oh, yeah, all right. The final room was just amazing. Like, everybody came. Almost everyone wore their Blue Mountain APA shirt. The only thing we didn't do was the wave. We were supposed to do the wave. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, but we didn't. We never got it underway.
It was too. It was. I couldn't take my eyes off the.
It was like a tiny Moscone cup. Like we were screaming and yelling, and we were yelling for the other Gene's opponent too.
Yeah.
Our players were clapping for him and saying "nice shot" and calling his name out, and that was just a proud moment for us.
The sea of blue.
Even with our sportsmanship was, the most important thing, as always, was our sportsmanship. This year we had good sportsmanship this year, too.
Mm-hmm.
Every match I've seen, the sportsmanship was amazing.
Hear about anything. Other than in the mini room, there was something that went down. With Melvin.
With Melvin.
Yeah, because Melvin won, and of course, you know.
The opponent was giving him a hard time.
The opponent was not happy. Oh, well.
Yeah, what did the opponent say to him? I forget. So we look forward to more amazing years, which we cannot express. Well, we cannot express all the love and gratitude we feel for all of our players. Thank you for everyone for making our league the most amazing APA to be a part of in the world.
What do men say? I can't see it.
All right, so we'll catch up with some of the comments. The Spittlers, LOL, poor Ben. I guess if he got married, you're taking her name now. Oh boy, that's a whole other argument right there. We're not touching that one with a 10-foot pole, Shelley. Yeah, I guess when Ben won, didn't somebody make the comment now he can afford to get married?
I don't know.
I heard that somewhere.
Maybe. I think the same was said with Eugene.
Gene. Well, I said Gene can now afford to put tires on the tow truck. That was my comment. Melinda said during Ben's semifinal match, everyone knew Blue Mountain APA was in the house. We were the loudest group there. That is true. I could tell you that, like, as I was observing the semifinal match, and I was doing the match right next to Ben, and all of a sudden, like, Ben won a game. He only won one, I think, and he won a game, and like, oh, did he win two?
He won two.
He won two. All right. Well, the first one that he won, like, everyone cheered, and then a fan of the team next to me that was sitting next to me goes, "Boy, I hope nobody was down on a shot." I said, "Just get ready. It's only going to get worse."
We can't possibly have a rule reminder.
I do. Should I skip it?
Nah,
I mean, do you have anything else to say about the championship? How much did we spend in the barbell?
A lot.
A lot, couple thousand, probably well over $1,000. I bet you.
Yeah, it was well over $1,000.
So Alex would go to pay her bill, and the bartender knew her room number.
I tried to buy as many drinks for people as I could.
We bought how many rounds at then the bartender in the main room that knows our name. We bought a bunch of rounds from him, and then he was buying us rounds.
Yeah. It was fun.
Well, that can wait.
Alright.
So yeah, so that was a good time. I mean, I was then I was told that I did actually fall asleep in the bar like twice.
Did you really?
Yeah, Kevin only knows of one time. About 4:30 in the morning, I was getting up and going to my room. All right, so that's all. Basically, did the Walter Shuffle make an appearance? I'm sure. Nobody has video though. I don't think anybody has video.
Don't forget to talk about the diamond play.
The diamonds.
The diamond tables.
The diamonds looked and played amazing. What I liked about the diamonds is they were a lead cut, which was a 4 3/4 inch pocket, and they were still hanging balls in them left and right. Though I'd say they played harder than a Valley, and they were so fast. We had a league operator tournament, and that ball just never stopped. Gene scratched a couple times in his match because the table was so fast.
But they looked so pretty though in there, didn't they?
Oh, that's true. Melinda sent a message to 69 News. We really should get our shit together and send that out there. Yeah, the bartender in the mirror I remember him from last year. Is my drink in the mail? Well, you have to win your way out to Vegas for that one, Todd.
Todd, you'd have to show up to the singles regional in order to win your way to Vegas.
Oh yeah, that's one thing to qualify. It's another thing to actually go. What else about the tables? Yeah, the tables were just great.
It was. It was a well-run event.
There was more. Oh, so Gene's event. There was 256 shooters that he won.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. And some of his matches were close.
He just, whether or not it's true, he appeared to have like nerves of steel. You know what I mean?
And Justin Whitman, he did shoot fantastic. He just ran into a guy that was just shooting great.
Yeah.
Todd says when his back says no, he can't go. Yeah, the tables were so fast. And as far as I know, they're going to have diamonds for the next 5 years. They used a different pay system this year that worked real well.
What was it called?
Pay rate. I don't remember what it was called. Pay something.
Pay something.
But it works by an app.
You know, essentially, like when you're sitting in a bar and you could use the app to buy music on the phone, you could use the app to pay for the tables.
Pay range.
Pay something.
Thank you, Kenny. Pay range.
Yeah.
I guess they couldn't have come up with a better name.
Yeah. I talked to the guys before I left. They said 75% of the shooters signed up for it, which is crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people used it. We were playing in the tournament room one morning, until pretty early in the morning, and I remember them using it. I think everyone shot amazing. Every match, everyone did awesome. Yes, thank you, Stephanie. With a lot of great sleep, I guess those who couldn't come up with it better. Yeah, Mike's just commenting on my comment. All right, so if anybody else has anything to add to this, let me know. If you have any pictures, post them on the members community. And we are just so proud. We're like over the moon.
Have credits left. Yeah, you have to. Yeah, Melvin.
You can get it refunded somehow, but I don't know how.
You had to go to the table, I think.
Oh.
I'm not sure. You'll just
So
have to get out there again.
So that's the trick. They get you to pay, and then the credits you can't use, if you forget about them, they're gone. Or till you go out next year.
I was just trying to figure out, like, how we could utilize that here.
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, we won't have a meeting next Monday either. We'll have a Tuesday.
Yeah, we should be back for Tuesday.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. All right, so anyway, thank you, everyone.
Thank Max for handling the
Oh.
office for 3 weeks.
Yeah, yeah, because I was not returning text messages. I was not returning phone calls. I was very unresponsive out there because we were just so busy with everybody. Everybody was getting into the money. They were playing a million matches.
You didn't even have a chance to take anybody down the strip this year.
We didn't go anywhere. One night we went to see BattleBots and we were bad and skipped a couple of matches. But that's it. Sorry guys, hit the record button by mistake. Okay.
Anyway, I don't know of anything.
Poor Derek Fair didn't leave the hotel for like 4 days. Oh, Derek Fair was 17th.
Yeah.
Derek Fair was shooting great too. I guess his match boiled down to just a couple of misses, didn't it?
I don't remember. That was like early on. Early on the nine ball. He was there for 9.
Yeah, I think Derek
remember.
Fair. Actually, Derek Fair on the last day went to the Grand Canyon, and I said to Alex, I said, I wonder if he's sorry that he went because he missed the championship match. I mean,
It's a tough one.
yeah, I mean, you can't be everywhere, and you got to take time off. We're in the same thing. Like when we went out for an evening, and but we have to. You know, you can't just be stuck in there the whole time. I went outside one day. I'm like, wow, it's warm out.
I know.
Like I wore my jacket out because I didn't even realize it was hot out.
It was beautiful. Yeah, we got out, but we came back and went to matches when we got out. I went to dinner a couple times. Failed miserably at 2 escape rooms. I got out more than you did.
Yeah, you did, didn't
I
you?
had to.
That's okay.
Um,
But you got to give you credit because, like, when you were
I don't need any credit.
when you were not out, you were making sure to get out of every team. And Allie stayed up pretty late herself, and then she'd be up at 9 o'clock in the morning chasing matches down, organized. She'd be out there herding all the cats.
Organizing my route.
Yep, getting out to every match she could. Carrie, thank you for playing in the league. Yeah, first place in 2/3. That's crazy. I'm surprised I didn't get a call from the APA.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're like, okay, you got to come to St.
They're
Louis.
going to be sending me to classes for handicapping.
Oh, you're welcome. All right.
All right, so we'll go on to the rule reminder. Because I mentioned this because this came up a couple times out there. Close hits. Potential bad hit situations are usually fairly obvious. Disputes over the situation can almost always be avoided by having a third party agreed The sitting team should protect itself by stopping the game prior to the shot. The shooter is required to stop if the opponent wants to hit watch. Once an agreed upon third party is asked to watch a shot, the third party's call while standing cannot be disputed. In general, the shooter has the advantage. So there was a lot of them. I was thinking more of like the one where you got to hit down on the ball. There was 2 or 3 of them, and we got to educate our players a little bit more on what a bad hit is there. Because I called 1 or 2 of them on Tri-Cup too, and the player just looked at me.
Yeah, Chucky had the referee called a one of those close hits incorrectly.
You did not agree with the call, but then I talked to somebody else who watched the match, and they felt it was a good call.
Okay, I mean everybody there didn't agree with it, but I pitched a little fit, I have to say.
Ben said he was aiming for the top 3 from the very
he
first
was.
day. Yeah, and he did good too.
Yes, that's what he said.
Well, we had 3 mentally tough people right there.
Right, Victoria? See, Chuck had an issue with the bad hit. I know exactly what she's talking about. Anyway,
so
he pushed through it, which is the important part, because he was pissed.
But were they frozen? If they're not frozen, it's a bad hit.
If you jack up on it?
Yeah, if you jack up on it and that ball goes pretty much forward at all, that's a foul. That ball should stop.
What ball?
The cue ball. If that cue ball,
We'll have to look and see.
If they're this close together and you jack up to hit on it when you're going straight on, that cue ball should go no farther than this approximately.
Right.
It should just spin backwards and stop. That means it was a good hit. That's what happens. Is
Take a breath.
You hit the cue ball into the object ball, and then the cue ball bounces off the object ball, and when you hit the tip again, when you're going in a not downward motion.
Let's see, Adam, go ahead and read.
Adam said, "It was awesome to see the fellowship online and support online as well as cheering for each other. I know there is a good feeling to turn around and see your pool family watching and supporting you. Don't see that with many other leagues." I didn't see that. Well, there was a few, just a couple, but you could tell where we were.
You could.
It must have been like watching ants go around the room.
Hello, Dustin.
Yo, Dustin. Melinda called a foul in one of her matches. A dude had ball in hand and he put the ball down and hit one of the... That's what I remember you were telling me that. And Melinda felt bad calling it. A rule is a rule. I mean, the only one that... Yeah, and when you're out there, everything is... You should be playing by the rules. We're rules people. So for the etiquette this week, I have don't hit your opponent. That's always not a good idea, right? Yeah. Not that anyone has hit anybody lately. Just going forward, don't hit your opponent. And as far as player news, everything seems okay.
Yeah, quiet as we know. Please stay quiet for another week, so we could get a few days of R&R before we go into tournament season. Then it's balls to the wall till July.
But congratulations to everyone who won. Everyone who just made it out there, congratulations, and thank you so much again for everyone who runs singles boards, for all of the people who went out there to support everybody. I'm over the moon. Really.
Yeah, I was very overwhelmed by it all. I can't think about it because then I just cry.
Yeah, it was just absolutely amazing, and that's it. We'll see you hopefully next week.
Hopefully. We'll see you next week.
See you next week, everyone. Thank you for all your support, and we're just so excited. And as always, Alex, say it.
Be kind.